Hello everybody! Welcome to the Mac Life. I'm McKenna. This is my channel and it's Monday. So, a lot of people have been asking me, McKenna, how do you deal with anxiety and depression? So, as you guys know, last week I posted a video talking about how I kind of just was feeling not creative, how I was low energy, how even my just vibration was low and I just couldn't seem to shake it. And I kind of thought about that video and what I posted and what I shared, and I kind of this week wanted to share like some more information that might help everyone, because after I post that, a lot of people ask me, hey McKenna, how do you deal with anxiety and depression? Like, what are some of the ways you get out of your funks, or what are some of the ways that you have found helpful when you are struggling? So I kind of just wanted to make a video to talk about how I deal with anxiety and depression when it comes on, and what I do to get out of those funks. Because you have to think about it. Life is a series of peaks and valleys. Not everything is going to be like top notch, whoop, whoop, whoop it up, great time all the time. But also things always aren't going to be shit and horrible forever. So literally you have to just understand that when you're in that low place, it's just for a moment, and it is all mental. So when I'm depressed, let's say one thing after the other is happening. Let's say I get a ticket. Then I don't know, I leave my cell phone at home, or just like I get bad news from my mom, or people are bullying me on the internet. I have no idea. Just like anything that is gonna make you feel down or anxious, you just need to realize like, okay, like, gosh, this is shitty. I'm feeling shitty, but guess what? Feelings, that's all they are. They're feelings. They're momentary. Anything you feel, you should literally feel it for a second and let it go. You shouldn't be dwelling. You shouldn't be making lists of every single thing that's wrong with your life, because when you start to do that, you start only thinking about negative things. So that's going to only attract negative things, because what do we all say? You are what you think, or is it you are what you eat? LOL. No, just kidding. But yes, your thoughts do materialize and manifest. So if you are constantly thinking negatively, if you are constantly thinking, I'm so depressed, I'm so anxious, I'm so upset all the time, then that's all you're going to feel. But if you recognize when you are feeling anxious and when you are feeling depressed, and you think, hey, I'm in this low space, what can I do to honestly reprogram my brain so that I can get out of this? And the more you do that, the quicker you are able to get out of these like shitty situations. So oh my gosh, you guys, my friend just walked by. She literally has on her sports bra, but no drawers or pants. So that was lovely. And her vagina hasn't been waxed in, 3 months? We're concerned here, okay? This is a sorority house. Anyway, so basically, forgot what I said. So when you are feeling depressed and down, here are my top 3 things that I do to shake. This is just dealing with depression, because anxiety is another beast. So in regards to depression, number 1, journaling. I cannot say it enough. Journal. Whether it's on a napkin, a piece of paper, a diary, a prayer book, in your phone, in notes. Just whatever is frustrating you, whatever's in your mind. If you just do word vomit onto a page and you just let it out, right till your hand hurts, right through the pain of your hand hurting. And I promise you, by the end, you will feel so much lighter, so much better. Honestly, burn it up if it's like really shitty stuff that you never want anyone to see. Put it in a jar. Keep a journal by your bed. That is one thing that I personally do that has helped me tremendously. I've been journaling every day for about a year. And after I journal every time, I just feel free and I can let it go. In fact, as you know, or might not know, I've also been working on my spirituality. So I actually got this journal called God Calling, which is a prayer workbook. So it will have like an excerpt plus a story, and then a whole entire page for you to journal. For me personally, I thank God. I apologize for my sins, of course, because we're all fucking sinners. I don't know if you guys can hear Saint snoring. He's quite loud. Hello, everybody. I'm Sainty. Okay, now, asking God to help me, fill me with more faith, rid me of all fear, et cetera, et cetera. And the second thing that I do if I'm having extreme depression is workouts. I cannot stress this enough either. Working out is the number one way to get your endorphins going. Like, you're literally tricking your body into releasing, I think it's serotonin. It's a happy drug. Honestly, when you work out, it also distracts you. Like, oh my gosh, this weight is so heavy. You're not thinking about the weight of what's going on in your life. You're thinking about that 30-pound dumbbell that you're swinging in the air. Like, you don't have time to focus on your problems because you need to focus on holding your core tight so your back doesn't snap in half when you're trying to lift. And the third and final way that I, McKenna Martine, deal with depression is by talking with a therapist. Of course, therapy, some people can't afford or they don't have access to. So, if you have someone that you can talk to who is objective and can listen without, projecting their life experiences or their position onto you, then use that person. I found that it's extremely therapeutic just to talk through things. I can't stress just letting things out enough, because if you've noticed, from journaling to working out to therapy, these are all the release. When it comes to kicking depression in the butt, I would definitely say journal, I would say exercise, and I would say talk to somebody, because the more you keep in and the more you hold on to, the more it's going to affect you and bring you down. If you are suffering, I am here to help. I'm here to listen, and I'm here to give advice. It is really lonely. I remember growing up and, going to therapy in 5th grade and being told I need to take medicine, and basically something was wrong with me, and not being able to talk to friends about what I was going through because I was embarrassed. Now, today, I think mental illness, it's much more commonly spoken on. It's not as taboo. I think that it's something that you can fight. I think that nothing lasts forever. And I think if you're willing to work, you can easily rid yourself of depression and anxiety. I will make an entire video on anxiety as well, but I just think in terms of depression, because that is something, that's also seasonal. Like right now in LA, it's been super rainy and gray, and I have a lot of friends who have been super down because of the weather. I'm like, we live somewhere where it's always sunny. I love a rainy day. Like, anything to be cozy inside and hear the rain on your window. Like, come on, what other childhood music video fantasy? That's not a song at all. Like, subscribe, comment, share, dislike it even, whatever. I hope that this video helped any of you who are out there struggling. This is a really hard time, especially with coronavirus, especially with lockdowns, especially with just living in our own heads with ourselves. So don't forget to journal, exercise, talk to somebody, draw, enjoy a walk. Whatever you can do to center yourself and get present will 100% help you. Depression, it's easy to spiral and it's easy to fall into that pit. If you feel yourself headed down that black brick road, remember that you can easily turn around. You can turn things around. It is up to you. You have to make the choice, honestly, because there are many things that you can do to get out of that headspace, and not just like doing it on your own, even with professional help. And you don't have to be embarrassed about that either, because so many people do it. And honestly, if they're good, they will tell you, we don't want you to come to therapy forever. We don't want you to be on medicine forever. The point of therapy and medicine is to help you get back leveled out and then wean you off slowly. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. I'm with you. We're all in this together. I kind of like talking on these subjects. It's nice. And see you next Monday.